What is up, guys? My name is Level Up Tech and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, and boys, this is going to be an interesting video. Samsung just unveiled the Z Flip at their Unpacked event, and it's looking to be a pretty interesting phone. So in this video I'm just going to be going through the specs and a lot of the new features that are going to be coming with this brand new foldable phone. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off with the more boring things so we can get into the fun things later. So let's jump into the specs. So when we open the phone up, we have a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display. And for the cameras on this phone, we got a 12 megapixel main and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And with the front facing camera, we have a 10 megapixel lens. Now I do want to point out that the front facing camera is a hole punch in a foldable phone. This makes it the first of its kind, so that'll be pretty cool. The phone comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. And the battery is kind of on the smaller side at 3300 milliamp hours, but it does come with 15-watt fast charging. Alright, so now that we have all the boring stuff out of the way, all the stuff that's on paper, let's get into the interesting stuff. So we have 3 colors for this phone: mirror purple, mirror black, and mirror gold. In my personal opinion, I like the gold color the best, but it's only going to be available in certain countries. I'm not too sure which countries those are yet. But next thing is the cover display. So this is going to be kind of similar to what the Motorola Razr has, but it's much smaller actually. So we're going to be able to see the time, the date, notifications, alarms, all kinds of stuff like that. But one of the most interesting things about this is that you can actually take selfies with the cover display. So you can use the rear cameras and use the viewfinder there to see what you're taking a picture of. It's pretty interesting. But the next thing is that this foldable phone has ultra thin foldable glass. So last year's Galaxy Fold had a plastic display and it scratched super easily. Like if sand or dust particles got into the little crevice of the phone there, it would scratch the display super easily. But with this ultra thin foldable glass, they claim it to be scratch resistant and a lot more protective than that plastic display was. And you can actually fold this phone up to 200,000 times. In perspective, if you were to fold your phone 100 times a day, it could last up to 5 years. Now 100 times a day is a little bit over the top. I don't think you'd be folding your phone that much unless you're just playing with it or something, but this phone will definitely last a pretty long time with that many folds. Alright, so next we got flex mode. Now the Z Flip was designed with a 3-stop hinge, so you can open the phone at 180 degrees, about 130 degrees, and 90 degrees. Now I like to compare this flex mode to the Nintendo DS. So on the bottom screen you can interact and everything, and on the top screen is just a display. You can't mess with it or anything. So what Samsung did with this is they configured a few apps already to this new flex mode. So an example of this is when you're watching videos on YouTube, you can display the YouTube video on the top part of the phone, and on the bottom part you could comment on the video or just scroll through the comments or something like that. Something else that's pretty interesting that you can do is you can prop the phone up on like a table or something of that sort and take pictures or videos. I think this is pretty interesting and pretty cool. Could be useful in some situations, so you don't have to like use a tripod or exit full screen to go comment on a video. I think it's a really cool idea, and it'll be cool to see how they configure some other apps with that. So last, we've got the redesigned hinge. In last year's Galaxy Fold, we saw that a bunch of dirt and dust particles would get in between the phone in that little crack there. It would scratch the plastic display, it would get inside the hinge and make this disgusting crunchy sound that no one enjoys hearing. So with this new redesigned hinge, it prevents dirt and dust particles from getting in through the use of layers of fiber. These layers of fiber will keep all the dirt and dust out of the hinge and essentially the entire phone, so you'll get your money's worth this time instead of paying almost $2,000 just to get some dust inside your phone and destroy it. So that's about all we know about this phone so far. Last thing I want to talk about is the price of this phone. So the price is $1,380. Now compared to last year's Galaxy Fold, this is a much easier pill to swallow. The Galaxy Fold last year cost just under $2,000, and with the Z Flip starting at closer to $1,000, it's going to be a lot better and a lot more reasonable, and I think it'll be a nice competition for the Motorola Razr. The Galaxy Z Flip is said to come out sometime in February, maybe in a few days, who knows, but that's about all I have for today's video. I hope you guys found it useful, enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one.